Welcome to Marketing Ecosystem Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Rushana Khusainova, Senior Lecturer in Marketing and Marketing Skills Expert. Here we're discussing all things marketing with a special focus on sustainable and regenerative marketing, artificial intelligence, AI, and marketing skills. Let's do this. Hello friends, how are you doing? I hope you're keeping well. Welcome to this very special episode of Marketing Ecosystem. And it's special because actually the main part isn't narrated by myself. Back in 2024, a few colleagues and myself, we sat together and we started talking about generative AI in marketing and specifically about generative AI in marketing education. As educators ourselves, we got thinking about what kind of skills we should teach our students around generative AI in the marketing sphere. That led us to thinking about how do we incorporate generative AI skills, GenAI skills, and really help our students to develop the necessary skills, attitudes, knowledge, and so on and so forth to be able to succeed in the marketplace, in marketing jobs, in marketing profession. That led us to writing and publishing an article in Times Higher Education campus. And the article is available online. I will make sure I'll post a link to the article in the show notes. So it's titled Essential GenAI Skills for Marketing Students. And it's authored by myself, Rushana Khusainova, and my colleagues at University of Bristol, Eleonora Pontano, Esther Kang, and Samantha Ford. Now, Eleonora Pontano is generative AI and, in general, artificial intelligence expert. And she actually used generative AI software to create a conversation-style podcast based on the article Essential GenAI Skills for Marketing Students. And this is the result. So I would be really interested to know what you think. And just think about this, whether it's, if you were listening to this in just, as a normal podcast, would have you been able to say that it was GenAI generated? Or would you just think that, it's actually two real-life humans discussing an article, a topic that's of interest, right? Let me know what you think. I'm really, really curious to hear your insights. And also, second question, I guess, is what do you think is the future of things like audio content and also potentially video content with avatars and, the virtual version of ourselves becoming more and more possible and of high quality. And so in the future, it could be myself in the form of my own avatar delivering a lecture online, right? But it could be in different languages as well. It'd be cool to speak like Mandarin, for example, or Spanish or French and so on. Okay, friends, here is a GenAI generated podcast based on the article we wrote. Let me know what you think.
Hey everyone, ready to jump into something kind of mind-blowing?
Always up for a challenge.
Well, today we're diving deep into how generative AI is completely changing the game for marketing students.
Yeah, things are moving so fast.
Exactly. So we found this super interesting article in Times Higher Education called Essential GenAI Skills for Marketing Students. And it's all about how universities are trying to catch up with this whole AI explosion and get their students ready.
Makes sense, it's everywhere.
Seriously. So the big question is, how do you actually teach these essential GenAI skills? What does that even look like in a classroom,
Well, the article highlights this really cool shift away from just banning AI outright.
Oh yeah, a lot of schools are doing that, right?
Totally. But this is more about giving students the power to actually use AI strategically, embracing it as a tool for growth and innovation.
Love that. So let's break it down. What's the first essential skill they talk about?
So the first one is AI literacy.
Okay, AI literacy. Sounds pretty basic, but what does that actually mean for a marketing student?
It's like becoming fluent in AI. It's not just knowing what it is, but really understanding its capabilities, its limits, where it shines and where it kind of falls flat.
Right, knowing when to trust it and when to be a little more skeptical.
Exactly. The article has this great exercise where students use a GenAI tool, like ChatGPT, for 3 different marketing tasks. Maybe write a social media ad, then a long blog post, and then like a video script.
Interesting. So by comparing the results they get from each task, they start to get a feel for what AI is good at and where it might struggle.
Exactly. And that leads us perfectly into the second skill, which is critical thinking and evaluation. There's this worry that relying too much on AI could actually hurt critical thinking skills.
Makes sense. If AI is giving you all the answers, why even bother thinking for yourself?
Right, but the article actually flips that idea on its head. It argues that GenAI actually demands a higher level of critical thinking.
Oh, really? Explain that.
Think about it. AI can spit out tons of information, but it's up to us, the humans, to figure out if that information is even good. Is it accurate? Is it biased? Does it even answer the question we were trying to ask?
That's a good point.
Right. Like the article suggests having students answer a bunch of marketing analysis questions on their own and then comparing their answers to what AI comes up with.
Interesting. It's almost like they're competing with the AI to see whose analysis is stronger.
Totally. And that helps them learn to evaluate information more critically, whether it comes from AI or from any other source.
Okay, I'm starting to see how these skills build on each other. So what's the third essential skill on the list?
Number 3 is AI-powered content creation. And this one is a doozy because it opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Oh yeah, AI can create some pretty amazing stuff these days. Images, text, videos, even entire drafts and summaries. It's mind-blowing.
Absolutely. But there are also some potential downsides we have to think about. Like, what about the human touch, the genuine connection that resonates with audiences?
Yeah, can AI really replicate that? It feels like there's a risk of losing that authentic human connection if we rely too much on AI to create our content.
Exactly. So it's about striking the right balance. AI is this incredible tool for boosting creativity, but it can't replace the human element altogether.
Right, right. So how do we teach students to find that balance? What does that look like in practice?
Well, one example in the article is having students generate an essay on a marketing topic using AI and then critically evaluate it.
So not just checking for accuracy, but also for things like originality, persuasiveness, and that human touch we were talking about.
Exactly. It's a way for them to really understand both the potential and the limitations of AI in content creation.
Makes sense. And speaking of limitations, this brings us to something super important, especially in marketing AI ethics.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. It's crucial. And the article actually delves into this fascinating concept called silicon samples.
Silicon samples. Okay, now you've got me intrigued.
It's basically about how AI can generate synthetic data that mimics real consumer insights.
Wait, so instead of doing traditional surveys and focus groups, marketers could use AI to get feedback on like a new product idea.
Exactly. And imagine the possibilities. You could get instant feedback, test different approaches really quickly.
Wow, that's powerful, but also kind of scary. Are we saying AI could replace human insights altogether?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? The article raises this really important point. Can these silicon samples really capture the nuances and complexities of human behavior? Like real people are unpredictable.
Right. We're not robots.
Exactly. So while AI can definitely provide valuable data, it's crucial to approach those insights with a healthy dose of skepticism.
So AI can enhance our understanding of consumer behavior, but it shouldn't replace human intuition and expertise entirely.
Exactly. And the article suggests a really cool way to explore this. They propose comparing AI-generated samples with data gathered from real consumers.
Oh, that's smart. So by seeing where the AI gets it right and where it falls short, students can learn to use it more effectively and responsibly.
Exactly. It's all about developing that critical eye.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground already. But we still have 2 more skills to unpack. What's next?
This one might surprise you. It's about effective questioning.
Questioning, like asking the right questions. That seems pretty basic.
It is, but the article makes a really compelling case for why it's so essential in the age of AI.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me more.
Think about it. The quality of AI output is directly related to the questions we ask it. It's like having this incredibly powerful research assistant.
Oh, I like that analogy. But a research assistant that needs clear instructions to deliver the goods.
Exactly. And that's where effective questioning comes in. It's not just about knowing what to ask, but how to ask it in a way that gets the AI to think deeply and provide more nuanced responses.
So it's almost like learning to speak AI's language.
You got it. The article gives this great example using a SWOT analysis for Apple. Like instead of just asking AI for a generic SWOT, students could refine their prompts to get more specific and insightful results.
Oh, that makes sense. So they could ask for a SWOT analysis that focuses on Apple's competition in the wearable tech market, or one that factors in specific consumer trends, like the growing focus on sustainability.
Exactly. By mastering the art of asking effective questions, students can unlock the true potential of AI as a research and analysis tool.
This is all so insightful. It really feels like we're moving from AI anxiety to AI empowerment.
I agree. And there's one more skill that brings everything together beautifully, but we'll have to save that one for the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, cliffhanger. I can't wait to hear what it is. But for now, we're going to take a quick knock.
Okay, we're back, and I'm dying to know. What's that final Gen AI skill that ties everything together?
This one is all about adaptability, being able to learn and evolve as the marketing world changes, especially with AI advancing so quickly. Right. It feels like everything's moving at warp speed these days.
Exactly. So how do we prepare students for that? Well, it starts by fostering a mindset of continuous learning.
So it's not just about teaching them specific AI skills, but about helping them develop that deeper understanding of how AI is impacting, well, everything, and the ability to adapt to those changes.
Precisely. Encouraging curiosity, critical thinking, and the willingness to experiment. Remember all those exercises we talked about?
Yeah, like comparing AI-generated content to human-created content or analyzing those silicon samples.
Exactly. Those exercises help students think critically and challenge their assumptions.
So by experiencing how AI can both succeed and fall short, they gain a more nuanced understanding of its potential and its limitations.
Exactly. It helps them adapt as AI technology evolves.
The more they experiment, the more prepared they'll be for whatever comes next in the AI-powered marketing world.
And it's not just about keeping up with the latest algorithms and tools. It's about understanding the broader implications of AI on society, on consumer behavior, on the nature of work itself.
It's about fostering a sense of awareness and responsibility, knowing that AI is a powerful tool and it needs to be used ethically.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another crucial aspect of adaptability: collaboration.
Collaboration.
Yeah. In an AI-driven world, marketers will need to work effectively, not only with other humans, but with AI systems too.
Oh, that's interesting. We often talk about AI replacing jobs, but maybe it's more about AI changing the nature of those jobs, requiring new ways of collaborating.
Exactly. It means learning how to communicate with AI, giving it the right instructions, interpreting its outputs, and integrating those outputs with human insights.
It's almost like we're learning to become AI whisperers, guiding these powerful tools to help us achieve our marketing goals.
I love that analogy. And that's why adaptability is such a crucial skill. It's not just the technical stuff. It's about continuous learning, collaboration, ethical awareness, embracing the unknown, being ready to navigate the ever-changing landscape of AI-powered marketing.
Wow. This deep dive has been so eye-opening. It feels like we've gone from AI anxiety to AI empowerment. These 6 skills are such a valuable framework for anyone looking to thrive in this new world of marketing.
I agree. And you know what's really fascinating? These skills aren't just for students. They're important for everyone working in marketing.
So whether you're a student, a seasoned marketer, or just curious about the future, this deep dive has hopefully given you some food for thought.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we're seeing a fundamental shift in how we approach education and work. It's not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about cultivating that ability to learn, adapt, and critically evaluate information, especially as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
We can't just be passive consumers of AI-generated content. We need to be active, engaged thinkers.
And that brings me to a final thought. Imagine you're designing a marketing curriculum for the age of AI. What would you include? What skills would you prioritize? How would you ensure students are prepared, not just for the jobs of today, but for the jobs that don't even exist yet?
Ooh, that's a great question. Something for everyone to think about as we navigate this crazy world of AI.
It's a future full of possibilities. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries.
All right, we're back. We've been talking about these essential Gen AI skills for marketing students, going from AI literacy to adaptability. It's been a lot.
It really has. But, we've explored so much, from the specific skills to like a broader mindset, embracing continuous learning and ethical awareness.
Yeah, we really have. But now I'm thinking, what does this all actually mean for our listeners?
Yeah.
How can they use these ideas, whether they're students or already working in marketing? Well, I think the biggest thing to remember is that AI isn't just about tools or technology. It's a change in how we think about marketing.
It's not about robots taking over.
Right.
It's about giving marketers new powers, new ways of thinking.
Exactly. And that's where those 6 skills come in. They give us a map, a way to use AI without losing that human touch.
And that adaptability thing. AI is changing so fast. We can't just learn one thing and think we're good.
Oh, absolutely. It's like learning to surf, but the wave is always changing shape.
Okay, I love that analogy. So for someone who's just starting out, where should they begin?
Be curious. Don't be afraid to experiment. Play around with those AI tools, see what they can do.
So true. And don't be afraid to make mistakes, right?
Yeah. Mistakes are just like learning opportunities in disguise.
And connect with others who are also figuring this stuff out.
Absolutely. Join communities, go to webinars, talk to people. It's all about like sharing those experiences and supporting each other.
Yeah. Building that network, right?
Exactly. And remember, this is just the beginning. We're still in the early days of AI.
It's pretty exciting. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really inspired after this deep dive.
Me too. It's been a great conversation.
Well, thanks for joining us on the deep dive. We hope this has given you, some things to think about. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing those boundaries.
That's it for today. Thanks for listening to Marketing Ecosystem. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Have a think about 3 things that you found particularly useful or interesting and share them with other marketing enthusiasts. Until next time, bye-bye.